Breaking news, people. The Cringe boy is back. Jake Paul is going to box MMA striking specialist Ben Askren in an 8-round boxing match on April 17th. Get your popcorn, guys. This is going to be a good one. Not. Listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have a lot of interest in this fight. I'm not all about the whole YouTubers, boxing, professional athletes craze that we're going through right now. I think it's a little bit silly, a little bit weird, and a little bit like, what are we doing? Do you know how weird it would be if Leonardo DiCaprio just called out Canelo Alvarez to a boxing match just because it would make a lot of money? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I will say, though, this is a great business move for Jake Paul because if he were to box someone like Conor McGregor or Michael Bisping, he would die. Even with Michael Bisping in the state he is in right now, he had like double knee surgery or something, and he has that little like brace thing on his neck. What do you call that thing? That. Yeah, it's that. I think even in that getup, I think Michael Bisping would still beat up Jake Paul. I don't have a lot of faith in Ben Askren, though, but I'm going to read you guys something that MacLeod posted on Twitter. And by the way, this is worth a follow on Twitter. This dude's pretty cool. Dear Mr. Benjamin Askren, I speak for the rest of the MMA community when I say that if you knock out Jake Paul, we will strike your loss to Jorge Masvidal from the record and hail you as the savior of our sport until the end of time. Put an end to this madness. God bless. I don't disagree with that. I think we have to root for Ben Askren on this one. Whether you hate the guy or love him, we really have to stick together and root for Ben Askren, and we have to stick together and not watch this shit because the more money they make, the more they're going to want to put on this bullshit. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't want to watch this. I really don't. Remember Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero? Remember how boring of a fight that was? I would watch the sequel. If you told me, hey, Mason, Izzy and Romero are going to fight again, and the second fight is going to be way more boring than the first one, I would still watch it over this fight. I don't care. I would watch Francis Ngannou and Derek Lewis stand toe-to-toe and not swing punches at each other for 3 hours rather than watching this fight for 8 rounds. Jake Paul is already the betting favorite to win this fight, and it's just like, I guess Ben Askren doesn't have anything to lose at this point because he's already a meme. But why, lose the little bit of pride you have left? Like, you were made a meme when you were so confident coming into the UFC, and then you went 1 for 3, and that the one win you did have, people thought it was controversial because you choked someone out, but they weren't out and they didn't tap. That Robbie Lawler fight, like, look at Ben Askren's face and then look at Robbie Lawler's face at the end of that contest. And when you factor in that Robbie Lawler, wasn't going out, he was fine, and the fight was stopped. It's just, I don't know, man. I understand what Ben Askren's doing. He wants to redeem himself. He wants to make some money, and he wants to no longer be a meme. He wants to be the guy who beat up that loudmouth YouTuber. But he might just get his ass kicked, and he might become a super meme. You get knocked out in 5 seconds, the world record for quickest knockout in a UFC fight. And now you're going to box a 20-something-year-old YouTuber, and you're a fighter, and you're probably going to lose. It's just not a good look. I'm dreading the day where we have to explain to a bunch of 13-year-old Jake Paul fans that Ben Askren is not good at striking and what Jake Paul does to him is not impressive. But I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to root for Ben Askren. I'm going to cross my fingers and I'm going to pray to Santa Claus every night just so, Ben Askren can get that W. And I hope you guys do it as well, because what is happening?